Suppose that year-end contributions of $1,200 are going to be made to a tax-free savings account for 25 years. Let's try to figure out the future value of the account if it earns 7% compounded monthly for 10 years and then 8% compounded semi-annually for the remaining 15 years. So in this case, since our payment frequency is annually, and our two interest rates are going to be monthly and semi-annually respectively, we are going to need to find I2 and I3. So I've gone ahead and I've applied the equivalent interest rate formulas here to try to convert this 7% monthly into a yearly rate. Notice that here our fractional power will simplify to 12. And then also, let's go ahead and calculate I3 at the same time. This is going to convert our 8% compounding semi-annually to an annual rate as well. And I'm going to just simplify our fractional power here to 2. So beginning with I2, let's go open bracket, 1 plus 0.07 divided by 12. Close our bracket, raise this to the power of 12, and then subtract 1. We do want to store this. Let's go ahead and store this in number 9 so that we can recall it later. Next, we want to calculate that equivalent rate for 8% semi-annually. So beginning with our open bracket, 1 plus 0.08, and divide that by 2, raise this to the power of 2, and then subtract 1. So let's go ahead and store this inside of number 8 so that we can recall it later. Now we can start to break up our question into 3 parts. We need to first calculate the future value of what I've labeled here as the green payment stream. This green payment stream is going to account for the first 10 years of savings, and we're going to apply the interest rate of I2 to this. Next up, we need to calculate the future value of the red payment stream. This begins 10 years from today, and this is going to use the interest rate of I3 for all of our year-end contributions. And since we do have that amount of money at the 10-year mark, we are going to have to push that 15 more years into the future so that we can get the fair market value of the full payment stream. So we're going to use regular compound interest to do that. And then we should be able to add up the future value of the red stream, as well as the compound interest future value of the green payment stream. All right, so let's start calculating the future value of our green payment stream. Let's take our 1 plus recall 9 to bring back I2. Let's close that bracket, raise this to the power of 10, and then subtract 1. Notice here that n is equal to 10 because we do have 10 payment periods throughout those 10 years. Let's go ahead and divide by recall 9, or I2, and then we're going to multiply by our payment size of $1,200. And this is going to give us a future value for the green payment stream at the 10-year focal point of $16,760.16. Now we do need to move this forward 15 more years using the compound interest formula, so let's do that right now. So let's take our 16,760.16, and we're going to multiply this by 1 plus I3. Okay, so recall 8. And we're going to raise this to the power of 15 because since our I3 rate is an annual rate, we're going to be going through only 15 compound periods to get to the 25-year focal point. And this gives us a future value for the green payment stream of $54,359.86. The next step is to calculate the future value of the $1,200 payments that are going to be earning interest I3. Now we are going to have 15 equal-sized payments throughout this span of time, so note here that n is equal to 15. So let's take our bracket 1 plus recall 8, Close that bracket, and we're going to raise this to 15, and then subtract 1. We need to divide this by I3, so divide by recall 8, hit equals one more time, and then we're going to multiply this by our payment size of $1,200. That's going to give us a future value of about $32,991.14, and the fair market value of this particular annuity, or this payment stream, 25 years from today, is going to be the sum of the future value we calculated in 2 as well as the future value that we calculated in 3. So let's go ahead and add those up. And doing that gives us a fair market value of $87,351 even.